A warning to employers from Industrial Court President Deborah Thomas-Felix that the COVID-19 pandemic should not be used as an excuse to flout labor laws. The Industrial Court President made the statement during a special sitting marking the opening of the Industrial Court's new law term. Khrystal Wilson has more in this report.
A number of industrial relations offences have been filed at the Industrial Court since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. This according to President of the Industrial Court of Trinidad and Tobago, Deborah Thomas-Felix, who gave an address Thursday during a special sitting of the court to commemorate the beginning of its 2020-2021 law term. Her Honor Thomas-Felix said some of the offences relate to business owners who have implemented measures such as reduction in work hours, layoffs and termination of employment. She added some of the measures are not part of people's contracts of employment, nor are they contained in collective agreements.
The pandemic ought not to be an excuse to flout the principles and practice of good industrial relations, to flout labor standards, and to flout the laws of this country. The jurisprudence of this court is very consistent on the issue of the unilateral imposition of new terms of employment and the unilateral variation of the existing terms of contracts of employment.
Mrs. Thomas-Felix said in times like these, employers should not consider a unilateral approach to the resolution of issues, especially as they relate to the current pandemic and how they affect the workplace.
It is unlawful for an employer to unilaterally alter the existing terms and conditions of employment of workers. Employers are reminded that they must respect and adhere to the rule of law when making these tough decisions, which affect the livelihood of workers and the survival of their businesses.
Instead, Mrs. Thomas-Felix said both employers and employees need to understand the difference between termination and retrenchment. She reminded that retrenchment is usually the result of economic reasons, and there is a process which should be followed.
This is a time to have discussions and to get buy-in from everyone, especially the workers, and to encourage peaceful resolution of these unexpected problems which have arisen as a result of the pandemic.
The Industrial Court President said there are similar businesses which are reeling from the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and are unable to provide severance packages to retrenched employees. In this regard, she suggested a conversation needs to take place between employers and members of staff. Khrystal Wilson, PTT News.